Medasipa Mamemfa Chema Ushefo. Na me Achapa Meba has almost a year ago, so thereabout. Medasipa some opportunities. Just to before me respond to a specific question. Me so me can't hear the about what me honorable Ayupe Wahano. Luckily enough, my other life, Nami ignore FDA,
okay.
Food and Drugs Authority. Nami ignore him. So at least I have a fair idea about how the system works. And so, me say a droba Ghana na almost subjected to test. Yeah, what the me dima who say draw a good man, young crofana saying a good man. Because staff of FDA, they are well trained. And at least I would not, my very short experience there as also one of the inspectors. Let me say a place seriously, I mean, when they bring medications, no more say a good, we can rely on that. And those videos now a free approach na say for Ebano. I think that they should disregard those things.
Okay.
No more shit on there. But who be some specific question? Say tokoya ye queen. Ye be din kunima na. Minia, maminka sembi. Ma can't deal with other platforms. Me can't have you. Look, o share generally now. After March last year now, you recorded first 2 cases now. We share as a country now as a obia aware say adi say we are dangerous. And the reason they say na yare fofo aba. Scientists in see omutumi handle case no. O yare ne kawa na I say omunim di ombeya ma sa yare. But at least near him say the betimi aye yare ne enka. And your friend say protocols now the buy. We share the early stages from March, April, May, June, July, thereabout. Maybe leave up to June, maybe. I said, now, Obia is serious on these particular protocols. The moment they started registration for the new voter register, just check and see. For Adrian Sako, from one money, started to see a slide. Because we had already gotten crowds are no more register which means the protocols and crumple being respected protocols. I remember very clearly. I say then candidate John Mahama. I say or call around the registration centers or Greater Accra after 2 or 3 places or Jaye. The reason was because it was not crowd na abano. Nkofo bebre ho no mention nose marks. And so because of that Nintino or an agency no or just Jaye. Because the crowd was coming. Then elections. And that's why I think that first responsibility is leadership. You can demonstrate say you are good leaders because of your and I speak because I'm a politician. I equally saw it. What you say? Who's a crowd? No, over my kind and conform me and separate share nose marks. They are coming and share nose marks. And the proximity was not like a yes or just and these things were happening, and people were getting this disease. People were getting infected. And a Christmas buy. Christmas buy the same thing you did firm. Unfortunately, the only time Ghana you started to say I can't and me I was stated it. When we started having hype, saying Kofa, like high profile people, started to move. And I'm saying, oh, yari sabo. Meaning, I'm going from March till December. We share the total number of deaths. Was roughly just about 300 and something. I'm not too sure the figure. We figure. We share just January and just first week of February. We've recorded over 100 deaths. Just within about 5 weeks. Meanwhile, the first stage, for about almost 7-8 months. Now we share just almost just 5 weeks. Over 100 people. And yet they yet me recorded. Because baby say, Utimi hu say obi wo sorry o say oh manya malaria. O say sentence no so e ya say malaria. O say manya malaria. Obeko ni fi o say oh dey na ye no say oh onya malaria bi na ne ye hwehwa no wu. Meanwhile maybe na a different particular type of disease. Me and madam for me ni ye adwuma for about 7 years or Ministry of Energy. O share na adi nyina start say oh as o malaria be hwa na pum it's COVID. And so, we share generally your attitude towards yare no, you could die. As a people, you could die. 2. My next point I'm saying is, we share you say there's evidence say South African strain ne ewa ha. You say UK strain no so ha say. Me no woni say ya lucky land borders ni sea borders baby aka kwa ye you know say you charging crowd for $150. Until just the last review, now President Carr said we're reducing it to $50, but $150 to be able to test. My question is, how did these people enter into the country? And your question, authorities was, Menka say Obia Ibone, but me Parker say, how did they finally enter into the country? Because from South Africa, Omutu Swa, Omufa through airport is no Mufano, your Mujiska, not my test. What has become of it? Is it the case, say, we share that example now, Yama about Nipa Minimum Station report here, said, but it was all over the place. Obi or call Nuguchi, I call ye test, or ye positive. Meanwhile, he was supposed to travel. Or quite so around 30 minutes time, near friend. I can just say, open see your test negative for 500 Ghana cedis, Nabeji. Or the call, yes, some man. And it be an issue airport. I will say, be saying who those questions because they see what baby are. A bit massive. End up there, hammer. They say it's an allegation you buy. No, Nuguchi is a very important state institution. No, Omumba you or man no anka said the papa can no cry no cry. Are you getting the drift I'm making? That is the other point I'm pressing here. But the third point I'm pressing here, they say about even the health facilities na yanka say no. Minia, your health facilities near what is here. Utimu say for example, if call 37. When you say normally before me the oxygen ebe show or some the see so now or some check your oxygen concentration omo adibi omo friend no that's the pulse oximeter and be check your percentage of oxygen in your blood so far me no working in command me ni oboy and no be hwe no ma hu say oh we say who hears oxygen 37 has a challenge in getting it maybe o share to another extent mobile who say you do see oxygen so now because of the fact say when me says Minister of Health I can say o share sensitivity rate no of testing no between 20 and 40%. I can say and yes yenya ye o bia na na show it's just about maximum of about 40%. And no see if ye both oral and nasal test na they say am dey show no and am to increase the probability to around 40%. Most often than not a CT scan no mo de hwe who presentation na we no na and am de be nipa ne da ward also okoye CT scan omo ni mobile oxygen we your friends saying we ndi all free honom akoye CT scan no mo ye free no so. These are the problems that you have in the hospitals. And I say so Osha as a yare no the hospitalization rate no are high. Minister of Health Ghana Health Service Abeka say rate of hospitalization and a critical way no I move it into 400 enya yare na 32 Omeko hospital in critical condition. So it means that the rate has increased. First now around 20%. It's not 32%. How did this happen? And to me media no minia Osha generally in terms of obisa say ntokwaya ye kunye be winia. We can win if we are only committed. As I speak to you today, first time now you decided say ye lockdown. Did we really need the lockdown at that time? Or was it meant for something else? Osha, you're locking it down for 3 weeks. Is free stabilization fund. Is free IMF. Is free baby ano ni ebiye. So ma jom ski. I dey no mo penny scan. O ma lock it down for 3 weeks. O ma J stabilization fund. Oma jiska from IMF. Oma jiska from private sector. Oma yewe lumbiye say enko. The question is, at that time, was motive no? Was it really to fight the disease, or the other we needed money for something else? And to share COVID generally, me feel say as a country we must begin to be a bit more serious. Say nkofo luckily na vo share we no so baby ha me pa ne say check and see where numbers ne doso. Baby numbers ne doso ye baby health facilities ne ade no testing centers no doso. For example, over share northeast, over share numbers ne northeast no very low. But you need to also go and look at how many testing centers in northeast. Share, for example, there's another region, Savannah. Almost very low. Share, what is your friend saying? The testing centers now. Is it the case is saying because testing centers in you was our problem? Me ba has siano. I just decided to ask me who say maybe say chlorine vapor ya more use who has to sanitize the environment. But my first question maybe say and say because of Obisa Parliament assembly, maybe say, "Nti workers are more." I say, "We are building so," and the people who are working here are many. And so they are despite Abaso. So all these people are being employed by just a private man, and that is very good. But my question is, "Mubahana Panama Pong Imre, Muahana, have they subjected you to a test? Have they tested you? Because very reason why." Parliament, your test is because you're back anapa. Near Pungumbre. And you now were the same environment. So you were in the same environment. We need to be able to test ourselves. Because me, because I say, miniatures, so Parliament as I'm now. Once I'm tested, go for more testing or Parliament, 15 in a year. Osha workers now. Out of 195 I'm testing, 56 in a year. You see that in terms of rate of infection, no. As a workers, no, it doesn't seem parliamentarians. But there's a reason for it. Workers, no, apart from just the senior most, no, no use public transport neighbor. Maybe fear no team, no, a compound house. So the conditions under which Nipani live in, and the same thing like honorable you pay ni you pay so obey or the 4-wheel nearby, or buy or team fine a condition be a fine. Okofia self-compound on quantity. So the rate at which he is exposed is not the same as somebody or the trotro or the compound house number. Maybe just maybe mo studio simuno. Once a more stairs. Me say once a trotro station be here. Me say trotro package yo. Oh shed the way and for etnimua. Why is the government, for example, not indicating say trotro no moment starting seeing much spaces now the way spaces na mad the last time no? Why are we still keeping them there? Look, my daughter is in Akosombo International. And now the pay a minu king. 79 students, 79 people have tested positive in that school. 74 students and 5 staff. Our Akosombo International and I'm king. And that is so yes, a stories near baby. I have my own daughter seated there. I'm scared. I've been asked, Yakajem said, my member school won't be fun. Because our school hoarded that into our environment in the middle. Me nims your tear. She's asthmatic. Timothy, you know, my junior Basana Mitiano. And to share conditions under which are yen comuna, it appears ye diagro. And until we realize what we are doing, you